go to the sheets.
Welcome to Shadow Files. World of D&D.
Let's see. I am getting everyone's sheets open right now.
As you can tell, Carl has turned into Decepticon here.
Yeah, he's changed his character. He's now chemical now.
Oh shit! I sound vote Black Man. Okay.
Yeah, you got a static like reverb after you.
Hello.
Oh,
Hi.
you fixed it.
Aha! I have used magic.
Power of love.
Stop!
Friendship is magic.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So now I actually have a good idea for. So I'm gonna start with. So what I'm gonna do first before we start this session is I wanted to go over everyone's intimacies. This might actually take a while, but I do want to do it because I think.
We just did. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go. You're back.
Okay, those without background noise, entertain the audience.
Outback noise. Go Outback tonight, the Australian place.
I said entertain, not annoy.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go to the bathroom. No. Go on without me.
Oh no, I'm now the only one not muted.
Oh, sorry. I'm just dealing with things. So, so for Sun, did you want to change your defining principle, or is it still like fine the way it is? I wanted to ask you about that first. Oh, is he? Yeah, he left. Right. Okay, so I'll go to Sapphire then.
Okay.
So you have your protect your daughter. I like that still exists, even though we've kind of established. Like, do you think that's still? Would you want to change that, or is it still good for you? Do you think? Because I don't think you need to. I was just thinking like you could.
Yeah, I think I'll keep it just because I don't know what to change it to. Also.
The same thing was on when I came in. I didn't do anything. I pressed the on button and that's what's there.
Okay, and then how do you feel about your grief one? Because I'm curious about that. Because I feel like that's sort of shifted. I could almost say that would go down to a minor, unless you don't think so.
I can see it going down to a minor at least. Like
I feel like you've at least like gotten closer to that, you know. But it's up to you whether you think that that would make sense or not.
Yeah, I can definitely see it going down to like a minor at least. Like
okay, so you should do that on your sheet, right? Or I could just do it right now.
Yeah, I was like, you're the one like hovering over it, like looking like you're gonna type things.
I'm like, I am the arbiter, the decider, the judge of your soul. I will change your personality. Let's see. Then we have your majors, so I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this down to where your minors are.
Okay.
Because I think this represents you getting over your grief.
Wait,
well.
what?
At least getting closer.
My personality, how dare you?
We didn't touch it. She didn't touch that phone.
I'm back, by the way. Sorry.
Welcome back.
I turned on the TV 35 minutes ago, and this one was there.
Hear me?
And I came on
Yeah, I can hear you. Then we have so you have the one for your contracts. I noticed you didn't have a defining one. So I was wondering if you wanted to make that one your defining one, or if you wanted to change that, if you wanted to make your contract one like your defining principle now, because I think that makes sense. But if you don't, then
Yeah,
I completely
I can see
understand.
that since like my
Yeah,
defining
because it's
one
like,
got lowered to a major, so
because I think your character is more about the contracts, at least now, than they were with the. Because I still think that you should keep your motherly instinct as like a major one, but I think the contracts are what's defining your character in the present, if that makes any sense at all.
yeah.
It's like you're clinging to the past, but you're in the present, you're dealing with this. So like whatever your current job is like defining what your present self is, which I kind of like sort of. So like right now you're almost being defined by your job, and you're not really thinking about the past as much anymore. Is how I'm kind of looking at that. Feel free to contradict me at any time. So the other one is the sun one. I did not. I don't use that TV.
TV.
I did not hit
literally-
her. I did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Bullshit! I did not. Oh, hi, fuck.
I did
No.
not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did not touch that TV. Let's see. So Sun. So do you feel like for Sun? Do you feel like your relationship with Sun has? I feel like I'm your therapist. I'm like, so do you feel like your relationship with Sun has improved or gotten worse over this period of time? Because I don't think it's really changed much. So I'm kind of cool with you keeping that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So since Kara and Star are no longer in this narrative, would you be fine with just kind of, let's say, like resolving these two? Or do you really like want to keep them? Okay. No, because I would recommend you kind of like absolve them from your character because they're no longer relevant right now.
hmm
So I was going to suggest moving those. And then we'll get to Topaz in a second. I actually want to keep the Topaz one the same, so we'll keep that. I'm just making notes here so that I know when you remove these. Okay. Moving back to Topaz, I think we'll keep Topaz. I am trying to get him back into the narrative somehow. I really want to. It's just difficult because he's.
Away, I shall find a way.
And then, yeah, I definitely like. I like you keeping Rainey here because that's going to be relevant like later for sure because she's on the ship with you and such. So I think that's important. Do you feel like so? Is the relationship that you've still been seduced by Mist? Is that still accurate? Because that might have worn off by now. Or I'm wondering if your position has changed on Mist at all, or if you want to continue being super awkward. Because based on what happened at the end of last session, I feel like this might shift in a completely different direction. But I'm wondering if this is a lot more complicated than it, what it's
Yeah,
written
like
here. So I wanted to talk to you about that.
I mean, like I don't know in character that Miss like just stabbed me in the back, so
Well, you do because she literally did it like in front of you.
no. Well, I walked away. Like you actually just said, like, "Hey, Sun can hear this, but Storms can't."
Oh, right, I did. Okay, because I guess I forgot that I said that because I assumed that you both heard it. Okay, I guess that's true. Okay, so so I find that very interesting then. So you're still gonna keep with this what you have here then. So it's gonna be really interesting playing that out way. Like you're still embarrassed by her and such, and she just outed you, but you don't even really know, but you still kind of like her. So it's kind of this weird situation. Very awkward. I like it. Rain Cloud is fine. We can keep Rain Cloud if you want, because she's still technically like going to be an ally to you, but you might not need that intimacy. It's kind of up to you if you want to keep it or not, if you think it's important.
I mean, I'll keep Rain Cloud for a little bit at least. Like, I don't know, I might run into her again. And
Go off and on. It's the power button. Let go. You're touching the power button. Let go. It doesn't work. It's restarting itself.
There should only be one button, the upper left button on the left. That's it. That's the only button you touch.
That's what we were touching.
This TV is a mess.
I was gonna say, like, should we switch to a different room?
No, I wanted to, but it's not. I can't. No, it's annoying because we've been trying to figure out this TV for like 2 months. I think it's not.
Read the instructions. That's how you operate it.
What kind of TV you got?
But I don't use the TV. That's the thing. So it doesn't bother me at all. No, so I was gonna say Rain Cloud isn't really gonna be super relevant for you for like a while.
Oh, okay then. We might as well.
Okay, so I'll resolve that one then. No, like you can't come back. I mean, because the idea isn't that you and Rain Cloud aren't friends. It's just that it's not important to the narrative right now, so we're not focusing on that as part of your character. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but
It does.
like you being friends with Rain Cloud isn't contested. It's just not a factor. Like,
We're still friends with this person. How dare you?
yeah, it's like, oh, I mean, it's gonna be kind of interesting.
Irrelevant.
That's perfect. I'll give you a brownie point for that one. Too bad the points don't matter. And then Passionate Lightning, yeah, that one's not going to change.
Give me the fucking brownie, asshole.
I just want to move this over. Whoops. Oh my god, yeah, because the joke would be that Lightning is a brony. Like, that's so accurate. Like, Lightning would be the biggest brony if she existed in the modern era, for sure. Like, if we do the modern Exalted, she's definitely like a brony. But she probably watched, like, because it's considering she'd be growing up during, like, all of the different seasons. I don't know which, she might have even started liking My Little Pony before it was cool. So for Nylene, again, the same thing. Like, I think that we can kind of remove that because it's not super relevant right now, unless you really want to keep it again. But I don't think if you're willing to get rid of Raincloud, I think Nylene is pretty equivalent.
Yeah.
So I'll just move that down here. Okay, and then I'll do Mist.
Sorry, Nylene.
At least Morg isn't here.
Yeah. What have you done to me?
Like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys aren't friends anymore. It just means that their relationship with you isn't really relevant to the narrative, so we don't need to focus.
But we could.
Okay. So for Mist, you already have yours set up. I think yours are fine. I don't think we need to get rid of anything here, so I'm gonna move on. For Sun, I actually wanted to see if you wanted to change the wording on your defining, because we kind of talked about it, and I think you could word this like more accurately, or if you want to change the wording, or if you want to keep it the same, that's fine. I just wanted to see if you want to change it at all, because you've been thinking about it more recently, I think.
Prove myself and to others that I'm no longer this.
Actually, I really think we should get rid of this qualifier because it's like kind of weird if you're like prove myself to be a hero to others rather than a fool, because possible isn't it kind of nebulous at this point because you're trying to prove yourself a hero, not like a possible hero. Yeah, okay. But other than that, you basically want to keep this the same, right?
Yeah.
I was going to suggest, because you haven't had any contact with Sun for like the past month and a half, and you're probably going to be away from him for like another month and a half. I was gonna bump this down to a minor.
Okay.
I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Okay, cool. Minor negative principal, blah 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 blah.
No, it's minor, but then
These wouldn't be negative, I think, actually. So they would just be.
It's a major minor.
That one's just. These are just principles. Well, I guess this one is negative, but that one isn't necessarily negative. So you still want to keep the one where you don't want to kill people,
no, not too bad.
and then rejects the Dragonborn Society, their ideals, religion, right? So, but because the idea is, I want you to understand, like in character and out of character, if you ever need to do research on that kind of stuff, you're free to do that because you need to understand their ideals and their religion so you can actually reject them. Like before we were talking like in character, you obviously know what the Wild Hunt is. Like that's not something you wouldn't know. But in order to reject their ideals, you understand them already. So you should assume that you know what their actual religion and ideals are, like, at least in character, because you wouldn't reject them if you didn't understand them. I mean, for the same thing, like I don't want to get into a religious topic, so I'll just sideswipe that. Moving on, we're still keeping your sibling one. That's fine. And then you're working on this one with storms. Okay, cool. So for that one, I would suggest, by the end of this session, we could talk that out with them, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna suggest like removing Star from here because he's not gonna be super relevant to the campaign. Same thing for Raincloud and Kara. Not necessarily that you. I think I put it at the bottom of your sheet, didn't I? Like I have a resolved section already. Yeah, it's at the bottom already. You don't need to add a new thing. I love you just remove Rainy as too. Just like, I don't want her in my thing. I'm like, okay.
Get the hair and get her. Fuck off.
You just try to delete it and it won't delete.
Yeah, it's like, I can't get rid of this.
Shit. You can't get rid of me.
Randy comes
You
to the
can't get
computer.
rid of
You're mine now. So.
No. No.
Yeah, I think I have to make that clarification that like Rainy isn't acting as much of a yandere as I'm treating her as. It's just more of an exaggeration for the sake of drama.
Yandere simulator.
It's a joke. Yeah, it's like the joke is that she's acting kind of like a yandere, but she's not like full yandere.
And a nail
And then I'll move Kara for you as well. Oop. But yeah, if you're gonna have one with storms, yeah, we could definitely talk about that after the session and see if it's changed, and then we can work that out between the two of you.
Oh wow.
That was not where I wanted that to go. Okay. Move this over here.
Give me a moment.
I think these will be good to, like these that you're removing will be good to come back to like later, but they're not important for right now. So, because again, like the interesting thing about intimacies is that, especially with PCs, it's kind of implied that you guys are already sort of in relations with each other. So unless it's a situation like with Myst, I don't think it's absolutely necessary for you to say, yes, the other players are my friends. Like, it's really redundant. But, if you want to write more specific things, again, that could just go in like a bio or something. It doesn't need to be an intimacy. Even that kind of stuff is kind of unnecessary. It's kind of why I'm trying to trim a lot of this stuff, because a lot of it feels like not necessarily pointless, but less useful to you. And then I'm going to move Rainy up higher on your chart here because she would technically go the second. Oh my God, I found that so funny. Like right now, you technically like Rainy more than Sun. Technically, according to this chart. And she's like so happy. She's like, Oh my God, no, I love that because if she's like asking you like, who do you, what?
Are you in campaign right now?
Yeah. Yeah. What? Do you want me to stop? I could take a break and then I could come back to it.
That might be a good idea when we're having dinner.
Okay. Okay. So we did this. I'll probably do a part 2. I'll eat dinner and then I'll come back. Is that cool with you guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
How long am I going to be eating dinner for?
I
Achievement?
am myself.
Like 30 minutes? Okay. So I'll take a break, come back, and then no one will have to complain about me not eating dinner because that happens a lot.
Now you want more? Mm-hmm.
So
Fair back.
I'll eat, and then I'll be back at like 7:15, 7:30 ish. I'll make a new call and such.
That's so
I'm just like,
good.
what is that in my time?
Like just like 30, 45 minutes basically.
Okay. I'll just set my